緒だよ。
Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful's back again, coming at you with the should you summon on this Christmas banner. And I'm getting this question even to this day. I wasn't gonna make a video on it because I feel like it's one of those banners where it's like, if you know, you know. And I I really just wanted to wait for this super link slot potion inheritance trial to see exactly how the potion drop rate was going to be. Since it's not called inheritance zone, obviously these link slot potion plus characters aren't going to be working there. I still see a lot of people doing, oh, must use 4x Momo, must use 4x Rukia, etc., must use 4x Kisuke, all those for these inheritance trials. And I'm just like, bro, these characters don't even work. So let's just get right into it and go through these characters. I don't really think that I have to go too deep into a lot of them. Yoruichi, 4 flash steps, strong attack, recharge minus 12%, freeze immunity. She does have frenzy, debilitator plus 5 seconds, freeze on all of her attacks. But let me see if I could just zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so going into her kit, she does have a Soul Reaper Killer. First strong attack, shave 40% magnification, so this is going to be one of those pushback attacks. The thing that I don't like about this character in particular is her first 2 strong attacks are very slow. Second strong attack is going to be the 575. This is going to be the same lunge technique as Tech TLA Soifon. Strong attack 3 is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack, but that 40% really does hurt her, considering that she doesn't really have a berserker 20%. Maybe when she gets resurrected or something like that, she'll get it, but until then, yet to be determined. Going into this Nemu, you do actually have confusion to enemies as well as the revive mechanic on her ultimate. Normal attack damage as her link, berserker 30%, bruiser 40%, bombardment, debilitator plus 5 seconds, and sprinter plus 1, as well as weakened defense. Now normally I would say that this character isn't really worth working on, etc. However, the strength of weakened defense is the strength of bombardment as well as weakened defense while having more spiritual pressure than attack is actually quite interesting, because if you actually get this character to 15, which I understand is a huge grind, stacking weakened defense is probably one of the most broken things you can do in this game. And actually being, if you can get to the 5th boss with your side hose, and then you have this character with something along the lines of damage to confused enemies plus 40%, as well as weakened defense times 2, this character can actually do some pretty damn good damage despite not having frenzy, despite not having bruiser. I don't think that she's going to be dealing a lot of damage, but she's going to be dealing enough to at the very least merit a place on the squad, you know what I'm saying, as a main runner. Also with the revive mechanic, you're able to bring your allies back, though I think that you're going to want to use your ultimate with the confusion and guarantee the confusion on the boss. Since you have the debilitator plus 5 seconds, that confusion is going to last for 10 seconds, and the debilitator I believe lasts for 10 seconds as well. Overall, I actually don't think that this character is, I feel like just this update alone pretty much makes this character at the very least somewhat usable. But yeah, and normal guild quest, like I think that this bombardment weakened defense times 2 would actually be really damn strong with the confusion if you do get her to 20. Not recommended. I'm not saying you should do it, I'm saying like you can. All right, now going next on Retsu, Soul Reaper Killer, strong attack, recharge minus 12%, frenzy, weaken attack, sprinter plus 1, debilitator plus 2 seconds, burn on everything. I'll be real with you, I don't really like this character, sorry Swig, I love you, but like she has the first strong attack. I'm trying to remember which one this is. I'm not sure if this is the split 3-way of first strong attack. Oh, is this a projectile? Range collision? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so this is a pretty big projectile. This one's actually not too shabby. She does actually hit pretty damn hard with it, but it doesn't really have that many hits next to it, despite it being a range collision attack. Second strong attack is going to be the 625 by 625 vacuum into crawling vortex. It doesn't last very long, it's only 10 hits despite having frenzy, but actually, well, I mean, I guess it's 12 hits because of the vacuum, the vacuum pull into the pushback. The pushback is going to have the 10 hits, and then the third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. I don't think that this character is necessarily horrible, I just don't personally like her kit. Okay, now going into not last year but the year before's Christmas banner. Now, the Christmas banner from 2020 was actually from 2019, excuse me, wasn't necessarily bad, but since they don't give these characters Havoc 20%, it really does hold them back a little bit, in my opinion. Strong attack recharge minus 14% as the Link. She is pawned off very, very often. I notice in fillers, I think I have her 4 out of 5 when I never pulled her on her actual main or individual banner. Freeze on everything, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation 40%, Freeze immunity, Frenzy, Sprinter plus 1, Berserker 20%. Now, the Berserker 20% plus Frenzy, you can stack like damage to frozen enemies plus 20% as well. If you want to go full stam, you can go there. But honestly, I do see people working on her, and I don't think that she's necessary. I don't think she's a bad character. She does have a Hollow Killer, so I think that personally, you should work on 5th anniversary Byakuya should you have him. But hey man, if you're working on a character that you actually enjoy playing, more power to you. First strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam. Second strong attack is going to be let me make 100% sure. This is going to be the Okiura Shansu. Okay, cool. So this is going to be the Okiura and Bankai Shuhei attack, where it'll lock you into place, vacuum into explosion. Not a bad strong attack, but locks you into place. Could be dangerous for epic raids, but in normal content, I think that it should be fine. Third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. She's not a bad character. Standard beam, 2500 length beam. Third strong attack, standard full screen. Second strong attack is going to be the 625 by 625 AoE distant. Yeah, like the only thing I don't like about the second strong attack is just if it's between that strong attack versus like the 800 circle AoE, it's just the 800 is just more superior. Simple. Going into Nanao, I always call her Isane for some reason, just because she's a healer, and I know that like I know that she doesn't look anything like Isane, but I see this green and I immediately think Isane, and that's because like Nanao doesn't really heal. I'm sure she can heal, but like damn, she's not a healer though. Like, all right, whatever. This character is a healer. We have weakening on all of her attacks except for her heal. Her heal is also classified as a melee. For some reason, heals still are classified as a melee attack to this day, which is stupid. Strong attack recharge minus 12%. We do have an Arankar killer on this character. Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Medic to heal the squad, Debilitator plus 5 seconds for the weakening, Sprinter plus 1, Devastation 40%. Overall, not a bad character if you want to work on her. First strong attack is going to be the 18% magnification range collision attack. Don't particularly like this. 575 second strong attack. Don't particularly like this. And then full screen third strong attack. Right now, I don't really feel like there's much place for a healer unless you guys are like autoing Inheritance Trial, in which case, okay. I don't see why you would do that, because I do see some people doing it with Kisuke, but I mean, I don't know. Inheritance Trial is like so limited. I try to just get a good group and just try to blast through as fast as possible, just so that I'm not wasting my time. Now, if you're trying to like work and stuff like that, and everyone's just trying to work while they're just like joining rooms, that's one thing. But yeah. Next on the list, Christmas Soifon. Christmas Soifon I used to really dislike until this update, where now that I'm thinking about it, this character could be pretty damn nasty if you actually build her right. Now, her kit isn't really all that. Berserker 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, burn on everything, Devastation 40%, fire immunity, Frenzy, Sprinter plus 1, Bruiser 20%. Now, strong attack recharge minus 12%. Unfortunately, she was given a human killer, which is like the main reason that she was like, I feel like the human killer really like put her off. Like, first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge. She does have 4 flash steps. She is a Soifon at the end of the day. And then her second strong attack is going to be the vacuum into pull you in and deal tons of damage. You'll see here that at the bottom you actually have 10 to 48 hits. That 48 hits will be applied after you suck them up. So if you can get really close to an enemy, just pull them in and then explode them, you'll deal a ton of damage. And on top of that, what's really cool about it is that with the burn, if you're able to burn the enemy, if you get this character to like damage to burning enemies plus 20% and like full stamina damage boost, this second strong attack on her and Arunyero as well as Momo, you can deal a crap ton of damage on these bosses, epic raids, etc. Full screen third strong attack, pretty damn good. Well, I mean, it's standard full screen third strong attack. So I mean, like overall, I do really feel like this update might have actually saved this Soifon a little bit, should you actually like playing with this character. And going into the, obviously the main banner, the meat and potatoes, you know, you have the sweet 10-year juices dripping from her loins, Riruka. Strong attack recharge minus 14% chance, 100% chance to evade James Hansen, Berserker 20%. I'm sorry, James, I love you. Oh man, increase that chance against heart attribute hollows plus 10%. She does freeze a lot in this inheritance trial in particular. I do like her a lot, except for her except for her first strong attack, which is the 18% magnification, same as the Now and same as 5th anniversary Byakuya, as well as Gremmy. It's not a very good first strong attack, but it does have a lot of hits to it. So with the disabler, you do freeze very often. Berserker 20% frenzy means that you're going to be dealing a good bit of damage. Sprinter plus 1, devastation 40%. And second strong attack is going to be the 800 AoE distant attack, as well as a full screen third strong attack. A lot of people get confused because her animations do show as a normal like 900 radius, but she does have a full screen third strong attack at the end of the day. I wish she got Havoc. I think that if she got Havoc, her second and her third would definitely save her first strong attack, but without that, I just don't really see her putting in too much work outside of something like Inheritance Trial, unless you have multiple copies or you are actually already getting her 15, 15, 15 or 20, 20, 20. What I would personally put on her is something along the lines of like full stamina damage boost, long stride, or damage to frozen enemies plus 20%. Now I see a lot of, now you might be thinking like, oh, why wouldn't you just put the freeze damage 20% instead of full stamina damage boost? And the simple answer is you need to have status ailment advantage as well as killer advantage, and sometimes you won't have that if you're trying to run these characters, especially like say 3 months down the line when the enemies in Inheritance Trial are say Rankars or Soul Reapers. She's not going to have this disabler like working for her, so then her damage to frozen enemies is going to lose value as opposed to damage plus a full stamina damage plus 25%, though I don't think that she, I also don't think that she has like a safe kit. A character like Machine Society Nemu, for example, with the 3000 length beam, you can like keep the full stam 25% like at all times just by staying away from the enemies, because she has the 960 AoE distant, pretty much the 800 AoE distance circle with Havoc 20%, right? So that's my overall thoughts. Riruka though, she's really good character. Shout out to my boy James, love you bro. Okay, now going into Rangiku. Rangiku is in a spotted killer, strong attack, recharge minus 12%, paralysis on everything, as well as a heal on her special move. This will definitely keep your allies alive to an extent. Berserker 20%, frenzy, as well as damage to paralyzed enemies plus 20%, and weakened defense. Now when it comes to a spot a week, I do feel like this character is going to be a pretty damn good main runner, simply because you guarantee to paralyze, you have devastation 40%, damage to paralyzed enemies will amplify your damage, as well as weakened defense will literally like just help wipe the floor off of the bosses. Something like stacking maybe full stamina damage boost as well as weakened defense, or if you want to stack some more damage to paralyzed enemies and weakened defense and just rely on RNG because of your strong attacks, since you only have one soul bomb in Guild Quest. I think that she could be a really good character if you want to work on her that way. Her first strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam, pretty good. Second strong attack is going to be the 800 AoE distant, really good. And then her third strong attack is going to be the 1000 pull in to with a vacuum into an explosion for 675 radius, which I do think is actually a really good strong attack when it comes to Guild Quest. The 2500 length beam, the reason I'm saying pretty good instead of oh it's a really good strong attack is simply I'm just thinking about Guild Quest in this regard, and 2500 length beam is a little too narrow. It's a good strong attack in normal PvE, which if you bring her in normal PvE, she'll do 100% just fine, even without killer. But like, I'm just thinking about Guild Quest, which is probably not something I should completely recommend because not most people are going to be playing Guild Quest. The actual majority of players don't give a rat's ass about Guild Quest, and I completely understand why. It's literally just a whale sport. All right, last but not least, secure the bag Momo, the woman that has cost me so much money despite me hating the actual character itself. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, Soul Reaper, killer, inheritance zones only, increased power, link slot potions plus 5. One thing to note about this character is that obviously this character does not work in Inheritance Trial in terms of that skill in particular, but I don't think that she's a bad character per se. And since the inheritance trial doesn't actually provide many potions just outright, I do think that the value for this banner actually did go up because of that. Like, just straight up the value of these Link Slot Potion Plus characters not working in Inheritance Trial, and the Inheritance Trial not providing a decent amount of regular potions, definitely is going to increase value to these characters. And I'm kind of annoyed with that, but I mean, it is what it is. Frenzy, Berserker 20%, damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Devastation 40%, Bruiser 20%, as well as Sprinter plus 1. One thing to note is that if you do get her 15, 15, 15, I personally would get the damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%. It will stack to 80%. And since you're going to be usually running, if you have Momo, you're going to be doing your best to run with 3 other Momos, or at the very least have 3 Momos in the squad as you get carried. And then you'll be proccing Lacerate relatively often. Her first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge. Her second strong attack is going to be the pull into full-on explosion, which that's going to help lacerate the trash mobs, if not just outright kill them. And then full screen third strong attack. Overall, she's not a bad character at all. She standalone, she is a good character, and then that second strong attack is like pretty much guaranteed to lacerate if you place it properly. Like, let me check this out. Drop. Okay, so drop rate probability up. See how many hits that is. So let's just assume that you get all of the hits. Probability is like 2% chance, and then you get like 58 hits. So like when you do that strong attack, you have a 69% chance to actually proc your lacerate. So it's not bad. And then you do have Debilitator plus 2 seconds, so that's gonna last 4 seconds, right? Yeah, so the lacerate is gonna last for 4 seconds. Overall, this banner is actually pretty good value considering that it's only Christmas characters. So if you're a new player and you're missing half this banner, I don't think that it's a bad idea to go to step 5, especially if you're missing Momo. If you're not missing Momo, I would say skip it. Like, if you have Momo, skip it. Like, you only really want to summon for Momo. I feel like she's the most valuable unit in terms of saving time, which, let's be real here, when you're playing a gacha game, the only thing you have really is time, and trying to cut down on that is why people spend money on these godforsaken games. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys, I'll catch up with you. Stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.